Hi guys, this video is going to be specifically about a secondary sun in your natal chart in astrology. I had just done a video where I merged 4 large important concepts in astrology all sandwiched into one video. I believe it was confusing people and I remade it, or I'm remaking it now, where each video is dedicated to one concept. Let's talk about, in this video, your secondary sun. What is that? Okay, so in your natal chart, you have one sun. You really can't have 2. You can never duplicate the sun's importance in your chart. Absolutely not. But sometimes people have a secondary sun, and it's almost like a second in command. And it's really interesting because it's an extra identity for that person. So your identities in your chart. Yes, a lot of people say, oh, I'm a Mars in this, and I'm a Venus in this, and I'm a Pluto in this. Those are not identities. Those are important character signifiers and things, and they're very important. And you can categorize people like that, and you have conversations and say, oh, these are the people that have this and this and this and that. I get it. But when we're talking about identities in astrology, you have your sun, your moon, your rising, a stellium or 2 if you have them, and a secondary sun. These are the things that form you uniquely. Everything else that you have, yes, it adds to you. Every detail of your chart adds to you. You can group people by different things, but nothing is as loud as your identities. Not everybody has a stellium, not everybody has more than one, and not everybody has a secondary sun. But everybody has the big 3. That's why that is the most important identity. All right? So if you do have a secondary sun, let's find out. There's 3 schools of thought, 3 philosophies that are, there's more than that, but these are the 3 most prominent, where not every astrologer in their practice incorporates this. Some astrologers have, incorporate it, and some don't. If you do, usually there's 3 different ways of doing it. Let's go over all 3. The first one I don't follow in my practice, which is this one that I'm going to share. To find a secondary sun, it's when you have any ruler of your second house. So you look to your pie chart or your wheel or whatever you want to call it, your astrology chart. It looks like a circle with little pie pizza slices. When you look into the one in the second house, whatever sign ruler is there, a lot of people that incorporate second sun philosophy, they will count that as a second sun. I don't follow that. I don't think it's accurate, but some people do. Different structure, different folks. Let's look at the second school of method. The second way is if you're a Leo and you are obviously ruled by the sun. Whatever house the sun is in, it's the ruler of that sign, the planetary ruler of that area of that sign, and placement, so the house, that is a secondary sun. So if you have the sun in the 5th and you're a Leo, then it's the double sun, right? Everything else would be, it would change hat. I also don't follow that way because there are people with secondary suns that it's an incredible strong identity that cannot be denied, and they are not Leos. So that to me, again, I don't follow that style. But if you do, that's cool, Now, the third one, that's the one I follow. The third one is when you have any main planet. So planets have different categories and rank. So it's not going to be an asteroid, but it's going to be a planet. Now, we're not talking, astronomically, because the definition of a planet would then change the body, the celestial body. Because the moon counts as a planet and it's not a planet, it's a luminary, but you know what I'm saying. So we're talking astrological terms here. If you have a main planet that is trine the sun, this is your second sun, okay? And that's very important because it's going to rule your behavior, your characteristics, and it becomes so strong that it's a 4th identity. or 5th or 6th if you have stelliums. All right, so that's how you find it. So according to that, mine would be Uranus, and that's why so many people believe I'm an Aquarius. Now, weirdly enough, there's even more details, which is why I made that other video where I merged 4 concepts into one. There's even more things that add to my Aquarianness, where it's just all over my chart. And I you know, I'm going to talk about in my other video, which is other ways to find dominance of signs and planets in your chart. And I'll leave that for the other video so that I don't confuse it. All right, so that's how you would find a secondary sun. And let me know what you think. If you have any questions about it, or you're confused, or you want to know how to calculate it or find it, let me know. I'll help you out, and you can leave your comments below. All right, guys, thanks so much. And again, this is called having a secondary sun, second in command, dominance in your chart, which forms a 4th identity. Bye.